Hey, howdy, how are you folks? My name is Nallex. Welcome back to another League of Legends video. We're not in the top lane today. Today we are exploring the jungle a little bit. Riot decided that my placement should be bronze 2 or maybe bronze 3 this season. So we are currently just finding any way we can to get free wins, and one of those ways is to play a little bit of scaling junglers. Now, a lot of junglers are strong at a lot of different stages of the game. Me, myself, and I am a huge fan of both Kayn and Shyvana. Junglers that are weak in the early game, but once you get to the late game, they are absolute monsters. This is a great example of it. This game I just finished earlier today, right around Silver 4 Elo. We're slowly but surely climbing back up to our true rank, but I tell you what, this is just an example of how strong playing smart and playing for farm can be in the jungle role. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not parry jungle. I am no genius, perfect player that is really good at jungle and knows everything there is to know. I make plenty of mistakes, and I think the most important thing I can do for you guys is tell you about them and play around them when I play my games. So, we have a vision of the Graves doing an invade here, and so we're going to keep a good eye on that. I think for whatever reason, my Qs in the early game just were not connecting with the walls the way I wanted them to. If you don't know already, Kayn Q is really good if you can hit a wall with it but not go through it, because it will use the ability a little quicker. So what happens is you do a full dash and then you spin, or you dash a really small distance and do your spin faster, which puts your ability on cooldown sooner and you get it back up a little quicker. Now obviously I'm not doing it that well because I'm not perfect. But we spot Graves on the invade thanks to a ward from our top laner. Won't take all the credit. And so we're just going to split the map. We see him not go for our wolves, so we know that even if we just invade his bot side and get all 3 camps, we're going to get a free advantage on him. So we do that. Start on his wolves just because that's the most dangerous, and we need to be able to get out sooner. Knowing that Graves is top side, he has no chance that he's going to be coming to his wolves and trying to stop me. And so we start on his wolves. Top laner dies. It's just League of Legends, guys. That's just what happens when we play this game. But we're going for the Gromp next, just to kind of sequence things a little better. We want to have that blue buff up for as long as possible once we do eventually get it. Smite it just to kill it a little sooner. We're trying to just expedite this because we know that Graves can't get his topside camps as long as we get him. We put a ward here just to spot him in case somehow he's clearing really quickly and he gets to us a little sooner. We want to know beforehand so we get our ward down. And boom, killed that blue buff. Get up to 24. We're a little late to the Scuttle Crab spawn, mostly just because of what I said about those Kayn mechanics that I'm not the strongest on. Don't get me wrong, I love Kayn a lot and I like playing jungle, but I am nowhere near the best jungler. Boom, we clear our camps. We check our lanes. We see we have no real opportunity in any of the lanes to get a kill, so we should back here. I walked a little too long. I probably should have backed almost instantly, saved myself about 5-6 seconds, but can't do much about it after that. And we pass straight back to bot lane. Now, our top laner is going AP Jax, and you'll see quite a few pings from me, especially in the early game when we start to get really far behind as a squad. Because AP Jax is really weak in the early game. Before he gets his ult and gets that big damage from his 3rd auto attack, it's pretty understandable that he'd be rough. Look, you see Graves here looking for something on our side, but because of the way that we sequenced into his camps and sequenced our camps, he actually has no opportunity to do anything. Now, I have no clue that this ward is here, but I walk right over it, no problem, because I know I'm here right as soon as these raptors are spawning. Graves doing a good job on his end of just kind of tracking me and keeping track of where I am and where I will be. Cancel an auto attack just for fun, just to see what just to push myself to the limit. Yeah, you can see we're already up 12 CS on the Graves because he doesn't back right away. He tries to do ganks and they're unsuccessful. So we're up a ton of CS before Graves even gets back onto the map for the 2nd time. Not only that, he goes straight to mid lane instead of sequencing his camps. So we're just getting a really far lead as far as CS goes for free. Now, because I'm so far ahead and I have some extra tempo here, you'll see me start to look towards the top lane to see what I can do. I'm trying to help my top laner, knowing that, you know, while I'm not super strong early game, I do need to get orbs, and I want to go red Kayn here, so fighting Zac is probably one of my best options to get orbs, because I don't want to fight Echo. And so I am looking for a fight. And so as soon as he hits the Jax and goes all in, I'm all up in there. Now, unfortunately, Zac is level 6, and my Jax is not. But once he uses his ult, I'm like, let's go back in. Unfortunately, the Echo does come from mid lane and wins that fight for them. I think if Echo's not there, we do win that fight and it goes really well. But Echo rotates. I wasn't paying enough attention to the mid lane when I started that fight. And so we do get gapped a little bit on that end. Luckily, though, we didn't have any camps up. We don't really lose too much. Graves does get the dragon, which isn't fantastic. But also, we're a really weak early game. We were not going to be able to fight for that dragon unless we got a lot of pressure from bot lane anyway. And bot lane's behind, so all good in the hood. Now, I'm trying to keep an eye on my mid laner. Keeping them ahead would be great, so I do walk at the Echo a little bit here. Get a W off, get a little bit more orbs. And I'm really not wanting to fight the Echo, but Orianna really does want to, even though she's 1 HP, and you'll see I'm kind of wasting a bunch of time here. What I should be doing is sequencing back into my camps. You can see all of them are spawning right now. I'm late to those spawns, and my mid laner dies anyway. So, not my smartest decision. Now here, another nice thing I should be doing is starting on the Krugs, not the Raptors. But it won't end up being that big of a deal anyway. We just want to do that. So like I said, don't take any clearing advice from me. My main thing I want to say about this game is just the fact that clearing quickly and consistently is gonna be the key to getting you ahead in these games. If I had been clearing consistently instead of trying to fight mid lane, I'd still be up 20 CS instead of only 8 like I am right now. Now here I'm in a really good position just to kind of follow up on some pressure from bot lane. Because of the way that the towers are located, I can get a free kill on the Zyra. And I can't quite do much on the Caitlyn, so I just go ahead and grab all of this XP and farm from the bot lane. Boom. Echo then tries to kill Armelio without his ult up, so that's another free kill for the boy again. Now, I only get those kills because I had a little time and I did clear from Raptors into Krugs. But yeah, a little lucky situation there for the Kayn jungle. Lots and lots of orbs there from those fights. Puts me at, I don't know exactly how to check on the replay system, but I'm at a decent amount where I really only need to fight maybe one more time to get things. Now here I am ignoring my team, right? My team is fighting for the Void Grubs, as you can see here. And I avoid them for as long as possible. Then I'm like, well, Zac's really low. Maybe I can make a play. So I dash into the wall and try to do just that. Jax flashes just to hit his E when he's 1 HP. I miss my W there. That's probably the key to why we die. Echo comes, cleans up my kill. Not ideal. Pick the Zac a bunch of times. Ping my, my Jax with Blasting Wand and Dark Seal first item versus a Zac that he then gives 4 kills to. We won't go into too much detail. I was a little bit tilted at my top laner, but it's kind of hard not to be when he goes 0-4 before the 10-minute mark. Now at this point, we have first blood, but we are losing as far as tower progress goes, and they've gotten 2 objectives. So at this point, I'm like, there's no real point in try-harding to get feats of strength. I just need to farm my camps and get strong myself. Now I do have Eclipse, which is going to help a lot with feeling strong. And we are almost to the point where we have Rost. And so that's another real big playing point that I want to play towards. But I don't want to take a fight and die again, right? I'm 2-2. If I die again, I'm going to put myself way behind on tempo and lose the lead I have on the Graves. Right? Because I'm farming so efficiently, I do have about a 20 CS lead on the Graves right now. If I stop farming efficiently, that lead goes away immediately. We don't talk about that. That never happened. You didn't see anything. I never claimed to be a fighter. But you can see a little bit of that mechanic as far as going in and using your Q. Boom, 120 gold in my pocket, never hurt nobody. Love catching waves, especially on Kayn. You have so much free wave clear. So anytime you can catch a wave, it's going to be really beneficial for you to do so. I don't know exactly what I'm up to here. A bit of a strange play from me there. Probably should have just cleared my camp. Maybe I was looking for a potential to play off of Graves gank. But of course, by the time I decide, well, no real point in playing for a Graves gank, Jhin keeps pushing up and gets ganked by both Graves and the mid laner. Looking at the enemy team right now, we're looking at who's the strongest members on it. Obviously, Echo is super strong. He's got 7 kills and a lot of gold. But also, we need to worry about their bot lane and Zac. Zac has a ton of healing, especially lane Zac with Grasp the Undying. And we've already seen it in action, that he's got a lot of problematic skills here. Clear the not the Raptors, the Wolves. And we're looking to potentially gank the Zac. We see him jump away. Boom. That potential's gone. We go straight back to getting the Scuttlecraft. Now this is where things start to get really important as far as these flowers go. If you guys don't already know, blood roses spawn on the map, and each one of them gives you 1 adaptive force as well as a certain amount of XP. I don't know exactly how much the XP is, but it is a non-negligible amount. You'll notice here that I will prioritize getting a blood rose more than most things. Obviously, I'm not going to give a kill away just to get 1 single blood rose, but those little 3-stack blood roses, those big ones that you see, those ones are super juicy and super worth it. We find a good opportunity to get a free camp off on the Graves, just, you know, playing with our tempo, understanding where he is, and also, you know, we find an opportunity on the Echo, because we're the best. Usually I record these and I actually can see my own perspective, so I can see where I'm looking during the game. Unfortunately, I forgot to do so for this game, so we kind of have to play off the replay. Not as perfect, but still perfectly fine. We've got our Ross form after that kill on Echo, and we've got our Eclipse, we've got our Smite upgraded, well, most of the way upgraded. And we're up 30 CS up on the Graves, so not a super scary Void Grubs fight here. I think I don't play it very well, though. You know, I really want my Orianna to come help us fight, but Orianna really wants to get this tower. And then Orianna gets jumped on by the Echo, and I still commit to the fight anyway. So yeah, just playing my time here. I have another jump over another wall. We see Echo coming after killing Orianna. I try to smite the grubs here, but I do smite, I believe, Zac, which is obviously not ideal. Get jumped on by the Zac again. We do a lot of damage, heal a lot in that fight, but we miss the grub, which is what I was trying to get. I wanted to get 1 grub, so that way they couldn't get feats of strength off of this, and I could delay them a little bit. What ended up happening was I smited the Zac instead, and died for no reason. Maybe I shouldn't have fought that, right? Graves goes into my jungle, finds the camp to kill. Not ideal, but we weren't on that camp anyway. We're dead. Mid lane's getting pushed in. And at this point in the game, I'm really not feeling too good about our chances. You know, I'm not feeling too great as far as winning the game of League of Legends goes. Mid laner's 10-4, bot lane's 4-1, top side's 4-1. But you know what? At the end of the day, I understand that my champion is absolutely broken and scales into oblivion. It is insane how much healing Red Kayn has in the late game, especially if you build the right bruiser items. You'll see here, right now I am working towards a Shojin, because I really like Shojin as an item. I think it's super strong. And later we'll build even better items that are even better for this matchup. Try to find an opportunity here. Echo goes a little too far. We time our W wrong, but we're just strong enough that this Echo is not a scary thing for me. We do want these minions, however. Our Melio dies. It's a bit of a rough game for my team, but you'll see eventually just how strong Kayn can get. Imagine if you were an actually good jungler and not a top laner playing jungle because jungle is free right now. Imagine that, and imagine what would happen. Caitlyn's free. Dodge her stuff. Knock her up. She can do whatever she wants. She can use every ability she has. She's not going to get away from Red Kayn. And we just go from there. Not a lot of camps up besides our top side. So we find the longest wall we can and ride it all the way to top side. Help clear the mid wave a little bit too. Definitely not stealing XP because I don't trust my teammates. Just trying to, you know, fight the mid wave. We find Zach out after he just did a huge jump. So we know that we have a really good opportunity to fight. I walk forward instead of just auto-attacking him, knowing I don't really need to. I just want to make sure that he can't jump anytime soon. Get the kill for our top laner. At this point, I've forgiven him for his past mistakes as he's begun to be a little more useful. And I'm mostly just working to play towards my strengths at this point. Clearing my camps, you know the drill. This is what jungle's all about, clearing those camps. You'll notice 37, 35, you know what I mean? CS lead on my opponents. I am just even with him in items right now, maybe just a little bit ahead, but I also haven't spent my gold. He just got back on the map after spending his gold. One of the things about these boots is you get upgraded boots, sure, but you don't quite get the money, right? It's 800 gold to upgrade your boots, which is not a non-significant number. If you're even with somebody and they get upgraded boots, you actually get your second item before them because they're going for boots. Or sorry, I should say third item before them because they paid 800 bucks for the boots. Now, third dragon's spawning, and I'm actually strong at this point with 2 items and a pickaxe, so I am looking to fight, but I'm also understanding who my team is and what that fight's gonna look like. I decide, well, let's try it anyway. I almost get that smite off on the dragon. Would have been epic, but we find plenty of fights no matter what. I should have used the plant here to jump onto Graves. I thought I would be able to reach him with that W, but we don't. And my team ends up paying the price for it, getting some gold on these guys. But we come back in after zoning that Graves out, and we kill the rest of them. We don't get the dragon, but we do get 4 of them. And if you really think about it, I was pretty dang close on that smite fight. No camps up. That's fine with me. We're just waiting for this turret to take some aggro so we can punch it. And it does that. Graves is the only member of their team that's actually alive, so I am kind of just goofing around, seeing what I can get from him. Knowing I am much stronger than the Graves right now, having 2 items to his 1, even with the upgraded steel caps, I'm not too afraid. Staying with my team and, you know, looking for fights when I can. But now, I'm like, well, the fighting's over. Surely my team won't die if I just go get some camps. You can see here, look, even at 2 items, just how strong Kayn is. And I'm in a 1 versus 3, surviving this long. Now it's 1v4, and, well, Zach has a lot of interrupts, so things didn't go quite how I wanted. Probably should have just farmed the camps. Would have been smarter. But I'm not smart. I never said I was. This is where we lose a decent chunk of our lead as far as farm goes, is because now that we're at this point of the game where I'm almost at my 3rd item, I really do want to fight basically constantly. My lifesteal and low cooldowns plus Shojin means I can fight constantly and not feel bad about it, especially when we're in the jungle and I'm respawning a ton of mana constantly. Jack's doing some goofy shit in the bot lane. We're not exactly sure what's going on there. Gets a kill on the Zach, which is always welcome. Random bit of music from the Nexus there. That was strange. Yeah, Otacon's alive. We're much stronger than our jungle opponent, thanks to our farming and Just a way that we're doing ganks that are very surefire ways of getting gold. So we're looking to fight, man. We're not afraid to fight Otacon, especially with the 2 strongest members of their team down. Like I said, I am more concerned about getting these blood roses than anything. This becomes especially apparent once we get Otacon. So Graves dies, that's their jungler down. Echo just spawns. As long as my team hits Otacon, we will get it and be able to get all of those blood roses. My team has been prioritizing them just as much as I have. We're already at 38, which puts us at a huge XP advantage. If we kill Otacon and get all of those blood roses, we will have a ginormous XP advantage. Now we spot Echo coming. We know that our time limits are quite low. Luckily, Jax is buying us lots of time to get some auto attacks on these blood roses. Prioritizing the big ones, obviously, over the smaller ones. Look at this. I am not fighting them at all. I just want those blood roses because we got 34 blood roses from that, which gave me, I think, almost a whole level. I don't care if I die. I don't care about that at all. As long as we don't lose the game here, and this is what I'm saying to my friends while I'm in a Discord call with them and they're watching. I'm saying, as long as we don't lose the game here, I don't care, right? We got so many blood roses, and I'm so down to do that. This is a pretty funny fight from our Jhin. Dies to the Caitlyn. Buys us some time, though, while the most important members of our team respawn. Melio then goes to stop the Caitlyn, doing his best. Get some auto attacks in. He gets caught out by her full combo and dies to the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's 1 HP. I spawn. I only care about killing these minions. Jax has some different ideas, though. It's been a shit show from my team. Look at the bot lane, 3-8, 1-7. Look at the top lane, 5-7. Gave a lot of really early game kills to the Zac. But at this point, I am giga strong. I am super, super strong. 4th dragon spawning, though. This is crunch time. This is where it all comes down to. If they get this dragon, that's a win condition secured for their team. If we can stop them from getting this dragon, that is a delay of game. We get to scale more on our side, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. Now, my team's not here. There's no point in me actually trying to fight for the dragon yet. So I get this red buff, and now it's go time. We hit the Echo a little bit, but we have vision on the dragon's health bar. A flash in, auto, boom. Steal the dragon and get out of that fight. And I tell my teammates, do not fight, do not fight, do not fight. We got exactly what we wanted, right? We got the dragon, we got the camps. Let's go back and go from there. I got my finished item. So, of course, you know, we're going back to get it. I thought I did. I guess I didn't. I don't know why I backed there then. I had more camps to take, but hey, we're not the best players in the world. My team goes too deep, gets a kill, and trades one after it. I don't care at all. I'll take it. Right, we got the dragon. There's not a lot on the table to take right now. I'm really just looking to get some money in my pocket. One of my favorite ways to do that is going directly into the Graves jungle and taking his Krugs, because no one's paying attention to their top side camps at this point of the game. So I just grabbed those Krugs and get on out of there. Now, I probably should have backed immediately, but I was a little worried about being too deep in enemy territory, so I take a couple steps back before getting my back off. Would have been safe if I had done it, but not worth the risk at this stage of the game. Now we're at 3 items to our Graves' 2, and he still hasn't upgraded his boots, so we are super far ahead of him as far as gold goes. Partially due to our 30 CS lead, but also due to just playing team fights a lot better than him. Kayn is one of those team fight champions that it feels so strong the more items you have. And then once we get our 3rd one, look at this. We are not afraid of these folks at all. Playing careful, obviously. We're not afraid of them at all. We see Caitlyn doing some weird stuff. I try to see where she might be. Walk into a trap. A little awkward, but it's fine. Look at this. I'm not afraid of this Echo at all. I'm jumping straight into him. Use my ult at the perfect time to dodge the Zac stun. Wait for Echo to use his ult, because we know he's low health and he wants to. And just play slow, right? Getting knockups where we can. We're not letting Caitlyn auto us. At least as much as we can stop her, we will. We do, however, walk into a couple too many auto attacks from Caitlyn here. And she does snipe us from afar. Not ideal. But it just goes to show how strong we really are. How strong we're going to be as that game keeps going. We're fighting like 1v5, but our spacing is good enough that we get a free kill. Now we're looking at the game again, just seeing who's strongest on their team. Once again, we're seeing Caitlyn at 3 items plus the upgraded boots, and Echo about to finish his 3rd item with his upgraded boots, so those are going to be our targets in the fights. But you just watched us fight Echo, and he wasn't scary at all. Not at all. So let's focus on that, shall we? Caitlyn gets caught out by the squad. We love when that happens. And we respawn. I'm so bad with the what's the word? League replay system. I always just like watch my own dead body and stare at the minimap for an hour instead of actually moving my camera. So I apologize if it's not the best viewing experience, but this game was too much of a banger to not show you. 6, 6, and 5, right? My scoreline doesn't look that crazy, but I am giga strong. We catch Zach without his passive up. And we just play these fights pretty straightforward. You know, jump in on the Echo. We don't need to be afraid of him. And then jump on the Zyra. Like, we are not afraid of these players. Grab Zyra right before she flashes. You can tell when people are about to flash sometimes. It's really obvious. And you can get some free kills like that. She does kill her Orianna. Because, well, our Orianna's not the greatest. Spot the Graves. Don't really see much of a fight happening there. So we just take his stuff. My team's pinging Baron. I'm thinking, oh, maybe there's an opportunity here. 3 people on their team dead. Only 1 on ours dead. But the second I see Melio caught out by 2 people in their jungle for no reason, that's when I realize, well, maybe this is probably not a good idea. So we get right out of there. Wonderfully played fight here against the Caitlyn. We know that she's feeling very confident, very sure of herself. We knock her up. We go away. We flash off the wall. Let Jhin do some damage. Go back on the wall. Boom. Right? Can't shoot what you can't see, right? That's the motto with Caitlyn. So we absolutely outplay her, get some free kills, some free gold in my pocket. Chemtech Drake is spawning again. We need to be careful not to lose this. Luckily, because of my state of the game, I'm really strong. I miss another. I tell you what, the Raptor wall is just very confusing for Kayn Q. I don't know the rules behind it. Sometimes it feels like I can go through, other times it feels like I can't. Killing that camp to get the mana and HP regen, knowing that, well, Jax has already gone too far anyway. Smite the Zyra so we can use our ult on her to get away from the echo damage. Once we get that smite off, we know they got nothing to do to stop us. Zach is super weak into us. We have so much lifesteal, so does he, but we have more. Graves flashes away. That's a free dragon, baby. That's a free dragon. We're already back in it. We just got a crazy team fight off. We didn't even die. Played it really well. Using our ult at the perfect time is always going to be super important. Now, if you look between me and the Graves, I'm level 17. He's level 15. I've got 10 kills, and I'm up 20 CS on him. He's 0, 4, and 9. I am absolutely destroying this jungler. And that's because, not I'm a good jungler, it's because I understand that all I need to do is farm, and by late game, I'll be a monster no matter what. Once again, my team really wants to make the Baron call, so I go along with it. Why not? Miss another Q over the wall. I swear I've seen people go through that wall plenty of times. Tell my team to back off. Echo's really scary against most of my team, so we have to be a little careful. But look, even the Echo with 16 kills, I'm up 2 levels on. Thanks purely to getting those blood roses. But yeah, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just playing Kayn. But Kayn is so strong in the late game, it doesn't matter. At this point, I've got like 3,300 gold in my pocket that I'm just not spending because I don't need to leave the map, right? I am so strong on the map, I don't need to spend it yet. But I am going to tell my teammates just to be a little more careful as they're on the map. Jax is pretty much scaled now. He's kind of like a weird AP assassin thing. But I really don't want to fight. I could, but I don't need to. I'm warning my ping here. I'm telling them, hey, I have money. Please don't fight. Please don't fight. Please don't fight. I have money. And my team fights anyway. And without me, things don't go nearly as well for that squad. Maybe they do, and I'm a big fat liar. See, they fight a bunch, but don't get any kills. Now I'm here, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. I just finished a full item and bought a phage because I had that much money in my pocket. I'm not afraid of Echo in the slightest. He doesn't have ult, so he's basically a free kill. And just look at these team fights. I have nothing to fear. There is nothing they can do to me. I'm just too strong. And there's the surrender. That's just how easy it is. Play Kayn in the jungle right now. Power farm your way to level 6. Get some really good bruiser items on you. I love Eclipse, Spear Shojin, and Death Stance as my like core 3. I think it just gives you so much survivability, and the cooldown that Shojin gives is unmatched. It's so nice to have. This is my core 3. I then go Spirit Visage, and my last item would have been like a Black Cleaver or another, you know, kind of tankier bruiser item because I had plenty of damage, as you can see. Love Kayn. Go play him right now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.